but my wife will tell you, I always tried to think of what could impact this person. Like, like if I gave them, you're not getting this watch. I done gave away a lot of watches, but if I gave them the watch, it's gonna last more than that day. Those socks may be one wear because they want to show that, well, they bought me the socks, I'll wear them today. Right? But it wasn't too much thought putting the socks. I'll just give them socks, a couple dollars. See, but when I'm trying to die for someone else, I'm trying to not think about me and do whatever's to their benefit. I'm trying to go the extra mile. Yeah, we had a couple that was really dealing with some financial situations. So they needed food. We found out that one of the people, they don't go here no more, but wasn't eating. So we could just say, okay, well, let's get them a Happy Meal. Well, we didn't do that. It's like, okay, well, let's go get them groceries. But we didn't just get them groceries. We got them. We went one day to get them groceries. I mean, it wasn't just what they needed. It was snacks, all types of stuff, because they had a child. Then the next day we went and got the meat. Because we wanted to make sure they wasn't thinking about food at all. Right? Why do we do that? See, we weren't thinking about us. We were thinking about what could be a benefit to them. And see, we're trying to build our character. So no matter what, I may push the cart all the way to the corral at the grocery store, not because I feel like it. I want to leave it where I'm at. No, I'm trying to build character. I'm always trying to do something that might not be comfortable. So I can read and, this happened the other day. So I had to do I'm doing this, I'm just doing it one time a week. I do the 200 reps with 315 on the leg press. And so I just tried it one day. That's the day that I couldn't get up on the stage. So I get used to it. I've been doing it pretty consistently for about 3 weeks. So this Friday, I lost count. So I'll do 30, I just keep doing 30 until I finally get to 200. So I lost count. So I said, well, I lost count, so I'm just going to have to start with the lower number. So I probably did like 220 or something this week. But the point is, see, I'm not going to take the path of least resistance. When I would run laps, especially when I used to run 8-9 miles, you'd be forgetting, you run on the track, you'd be forgetting sometimes where you at. Like, how many laps did I just run? So I just take the lower number. If I'm running stairs, I just take the lower number. Something to challenge myself. So if I have to read, I actually didn't know if I read a certain chapter or not, and I was at 119, and that was just really bothered, but I just did it. See, because I'm not going to allow my comfort to steal any strength that my character may need. All right? All right, so I'm saying that because the scripture says this. Look at Proverbs 24. I know I referenced a lot of scriptures. It didn't seem like we went to anything, but Proverbs 24. It's very hard for you to get what you need if you're going to live weak. Verse 10, it says, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And let's go to Jeremiah. I gave you this scripture a couple of weeks ago, but it just, when I was just going over this, the Lord said, oh, no, you need to read this scripture every week. Jeremiah 12, verse 5, it says, if thou hast run with the footmen, and they have wearied thee, then how canst thou contend with the horses? And if thou, if in the land of peace wherein thou trustest, they weary thee, how then wilt thou do in the swelling of the Jordan? So he's saying, like, if you're wearied, depressed, frustrated, and you're giving up at this level, how are you going to run at the purpose level, at the desire level? Because that platform is a whole lot greater. There's a whole lot more attention. There's a whole lot more pulling. There's a whole lot more responsibility. So if you're going to be weak here, God is like, and you're asking me to go there? You know, you have your kids, they're not responsible for the simple thing. And it was like, can I get the car? Be like, are you serious? Like, I can't even get you to clean your room. So what you going to do with the car? Probably never have oil in it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we got, see again, embrace reality. Sometimes we walk around with, oh, I know, God's going to do such and such, and you smiling. Listen, smile all you want to, but the reality is, if you're not preparing your character, it ain't coming.
Amen.
So you can get all hyped and get pumped up. Yeah, just believe in God for the blessing. Oh, really? Oh, so your character's ready? How you going to skip character and just think everything just coming?
Amen.
With that wonderful phrase, God knows my heart. Exactly, he knows your heart, and he sees your character is not ready. That's what the holdup is. So when you decide to slip in the compromise, like you did this week, it's okay. You're not going to die. Things aren't going to blow up. Are you saying I'm going to hell? We ain't even talking about hell right now. We don't even have to discuss hell. You ain't going to hell. Right? We ain't kicking you out the church. Right? As a matter of fact, we're going to love you like we normally do. But guarantee you this, what you're believing for, you just held up. And don't get mad. Don't even get depressed. Because you had a choice. You had a bribe. The adversary said, okay, I know what you're believing for. But listen, come on. That is so like uncertain. Have you seen it? Have you walked in it yet? And it's pretty big based on what God showed you. There's a chance that maybe you didn't see that correctly. You have missed it before. So tell you what, just because it looks like you're working hard, I'll give you this today. And listen, you'll feel something. You have some instant gratification. You know, you'll have some relief because you're a little frustrated today. Take this, come on. What could you possibly be blowing? So you take a moment of pleasure today at the expense of fulfillment tomorrow. Then when the moment of pleasure is all over, it's not like you go, no, I'm good. I don't even need fulfillment at this point. I got the moment of pleasure. Listen, fulfillment, whatever. I'm happy. Right? I didn't even seem goofy, just felt goofy. But now you're sitting around and you're still desiring fulfillment. But you actually it was like you took a bribe. You was a sellout to your own desires. So help me out. What do you want now? Are you going to keep digging this hole, climbing down this hole, and then looking up at God going, you get me out of here? God going, why you keep going down there? All right, so Jeremiah 12, I gave you that, right? It says, so this is, ask yourself, are you looking for a way in or a way out? Are you looking for a way in or a way out? Make a way in. Don't give yourself a way out. See, the thing is, the person of character or strength always has a ready mind. Let's look at Acts 17. Acts 17. So I'm going to give you a contrast here. The contrast is ready mind versus a fainting mind. The word faint means to give up, right? Ready mind or faint mind. So Acts 17, it says, they were, verse 11, they were more noble than those at Thessalonica in that they received the word. So the word is coming forth, right? It says they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily to see if those things were so. So look, they took this thing to a whole nother level. They just didn't come to church and say, I went to church. I heard the preacher. Now I'm about to go do my thing. They went to church, came ready, looking for revelations and clues to fulfillment. Then when they heard something that may seem like it was confirmation or direction, that wasn't enough. They took it another level of discipline and searched the scriptures to confirm what they believed that they got. They kept breaking down that outer shell to build that character. Ready mind. Now you have, okay, that's ready mind. And then let's go to Hebrews 12. So we want a ready mind versus, this is so good. Let's just start with verse 1. It says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that does easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Looking unto Jesus, lining ourselves up with Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him, his desires, God's promise, the inheritance, whatever you want to call it, all power. The joy that was set before him, look, endured the cross, didn't run around it, didn't manipulate around it, didn't take the path of least resistance, despising the shame. So the shame came, like, so what? He says, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. Of course, we know with all power. Now, verse 3, for consider him, Christ, look, that endured such a contradiction of sinners, right? It says against himself, endured such a contradiction of sinners against himself. So you had the popular flow was not what he was doing. What everybody was doing was totally different. Would they do this and they do that? Listen, I don't care what they doing. Like we talked about, everybody can't do what you're doing. There's a crowd doing what you can do, but it's a lonely place doing what you're designed to do. Right? So there was such a contradiction of people not doing, sinners, not in line with God doing what God purposed them to do, and he's standing fast. Look, there was nobody around Jesus doing what he was doing. No one. He had no reference. And what he was going to do had never been done. So he had no one to go, well, he did it. Right? And doing such a contradiction to sinners, it says, lest ye be wearied, and faint in your mind. See, so now he had no reference, but he gave us a reference. Amen. Follow me. Amen. Paul said, follow me as I follow Christ. He said, follow me. Follow the way that I flowed in this thing. Endure the cross. Embrace your process. He said, take up your cross and follow me. Like, embrace your process. Build your character. Do the right thing even when no one's watching. And I got all my power and all my desires. You get all your power and your desires. He says, but if you don't follow me, you'll faint in your mind. You'll give up. And it'll start right here. Look at the craziness that's happening in our life. It normally starts when we faint in our mind. When we give up, go, man, forget it. Whatever. Man, self-destruct. I can't believe they did that to me. Well, tell you what, you going to do that to me? Boom, I'm blowing it all up. We all going down. No, we're not all going down. You're going down. By yourself. You think I went down with you because I did you wrong. Well, not I did you wrong, because they did you wrong. No, they didn't go down. They just assisted you in blowing yourself up. But you think you're punishing them because you're not living your dream. I met somebody in college. Ever since he hurt me, I stopped singing. I was like, really? So, well, he's sitting somewhere like in depression because you ain't singing? He's probably not even thinking about you. He got what he wanted from you. You're not hurting him because you're smothering your gifts? What are we doing?